What's up? In this chapter, we are going over general operation. That means playing, editing, and recording notes. Those are the big three to any musical sequencer instrument thing. So let's get to it. Playing notes and playback. I already went over these in the last video, so be sure to go check that out if you want to get the overview of the OPZ. Essentially with playback, you hit play, you hit stop twice to cut any active notes, and you hit stop 3 times really fast to cut any effects that might be lingering, like a delay or a reverb. And that's what we call super panic mode. So editing, putting in notes and clearing notes and all that. So let's go to some samples that I put in. They are piano samples. These are just piano samples that I pitched down and then gave a little more of an attack and release and cut off the end so that it wasn't like all clippy. And we're going to mess with them at some point. But right now we're just going to go over the simple stuff. Adding notes. So you hit a note. That note is your currently selected note, the last one you hit on the keyboard. Now that's selected. Now that's selected. With that note selected, let's put it there. With that note selected, let's put it here. Clearing a step, you just click it again. Now it's gone. Bye-bye step. So to copy a step, let's say I have selected one of these notes and I want to copy that note, whatever it is that I put in. I will hold on it, the parameters will flash, and then it will also play back the copied step in my ear. And I'll put it right there. And right there. These are all the same note. Let's edit the step note by holding on it and pressing a different note. So that's how you do that. If you want to change the parameters for just a certain note, then you hold on it. And while you're holding it, it'll keep playing it in your ear. And you can change any of the parameters on any of the pages. It will change them only for the selected note, and you'll be able to hear all the changes as you're doing it. So let's grab this one and change the filter. And also give it a lot of resonance. Let's say I don't like that. And I kind of don't, because it got a little clippy there. You clear the parameter locks on the whole track by holding record and stop. And you'll get a little bar. Boop. Now it's gone. And if you want to clear the whole track, you hold track and stop. Bye-bye track. So stop is like a delete button as well in a lot of cases. Note length. Let's talk about note length. But to talk about note length, let's go to a track where it actually matters how long you hold it, because samples don't really matter for this. Let's go there. Cool. With this, let's say I put in this note and this note. And it sounds like this. let's make this note hold all the way until this note hits. So to change the note length, you hold on the note and press where you want it to go. And the blue bar shows how long you're holding it. Sweet. Microtiming. I already showed this in the last video, but we have the metronome on, so that's good. If I hold this and press minus, 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 it'll start shifting the note backwards, and the faster it flashes, the more off the timing is. So now it'll be really early. And now let's make it late. So you can use this to get all your notes on time. You can use this to slightly shift some of your notes in a different direction to give it a more human feel that is lost in sequencers a lot of the time. Previewing a step is just holding the step. So not only does it copy it when you hold it, but it also previews it. But when it previews it and it's a held step, it doesn't preview it as long as you have it held out. It just previews a little bit of it. But it does show you how long. And lastly, for editing is changing velocity. To change the velocity on this thing, you use the little pitch bend guy on the bottom there. So while you're holding it, velocity high, so it's louder, and then velocity low. Nice. And there's everything in between. It's just about how hard you are pressing this pitch bend. Middle, higher, higher, higher. Sweet. Let's clear that track again. Boom. Empty. Recording. There are a lot of different ways to record on this thing, and it's awesome because depending on the situation, you're going to want to record in different ways. And I'm pretty happy with all the ways that they let you do it. Let's go back to these guys. So that's the record button right there. To record while the sequencer is running, you just hold record and play your notes. But first, let me see what I want to do here. So I'm holding record. Let's get that timing on a little more. So step-by-step recording. Let's switch tracks to, let's just go to a trusty. Step-by-step recording is just holding on record, and every note that you hit, the sequencer will advance one step and put it in place, which is kind of fun. And for that one, let's put in that note. It's kind of cool. Let's put a filter on it. Maybe a little delay. Oh, that's wrong parameter page. Delay. parameter locks. So while holding record and the sequencer is running, you can change parameters, and then those parameters will, like the changes over time, will be saved. It's like automation. Let's do that to the panning. So let's go like left, right with this, because it's kind of like a wavy type of thing. So this is panning. Okay, so let's start all the way at the left and try to go up and back in the time that we have allotted. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You hear it? Nice. Record lock. So this is for when the sequencer is playing, but you don't want to hold down record while you're doing this, because maybe you want to use both hands on the keyboard. Let's switch to another track so that we can do this. I like that snap. Cool. So now let's hit play and put something in while we're record locked. Let's put that in. So let's lock it. And this is how you quantize. Here's how you quantize a track. I'm going to hold down track, quantize, all the way quantized, not quantized, all the way quantized. Let's get these sounds a little lower. Sounds a little better. So while record lock is on, it flashes gold instead of white as it goes down the steps. If you want to release record lock and have it keep playing, hit play while it's playing. And if you want to release record lock and stop playing on the sequencer, hit stop. So watch. Record lock on, record lock off. Record lock on, stop the sequencer, and record lock is not on. Panic! So that was release record lock. My personal favorite, same button as record lock, but it's before you even press play. So while the sequencer stopped, now it's record armed, it's flashing. So anything I put in will be saved. So let's switch to like a hi-hat. Holy hi-hat. Cool. So now it's record armed. Quantize. Get rid of that delay, it's too much. And subtractive recording. Let's go back to this track. Subtractive recording is awesome, especially if you have, okay, I even read that. This is huge for recording with multiple hits per step. So if I had this set to like 2, so I was playing like a bunch and you had like multiple notes in each step, this is extra useful for that. But for now, hold record and minus and press any notes on here. If those notes are in the sequencer, they will be removed from the sequence. So we have 3, 7, 8. Well, let's move the snaps. So let's do that. Press play. All the snaps are gone. And that's per step, right? So let's put those back in. If I just hold it, it doesn't get rid of it. See, they're still there. So you have to press it, press it on the steps that you want to remove it from, which is nice if you don't want to remove that note from earlier parts of the sequence. It lets you get more granular with it, which is really sweet. But I like them. So that's a power feature. Use that. The next chapter is an intro to the parameter pages. These things mean different things for a lot of different things. We're going to go into that in the next video. If you enjoyed this or if you learned something, press like and subscribe for more of these videos. And I will catch you in the next one. See ya. Oh my God. Ooh.